Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now, we're working on 18, 19, 20, and 21. And that's all going to be with this page. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut eyeball, cut about halfway down the page, and cut to the score line. Remember to cut all the way to the score line and don't rip it. Here we go. It doesn't matter if it's, you know me, no straight lines. Okay, and now we're going to get our paper. Okay, guys. Now, we've just finished 15, 16, and 17. Now we're doing, and I did do one, but I couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted to do it, so I did one of them to figure out, and the other one I'm doing exactly the same, so you're not missing anything. You're just going to do it twice, but you're only going to watch me do it once. Ha ha! No. I wanted to get it right, and I kept, you know, trying to do it on paper, and I'm just like, I just don't think I'm getting this just right. So this is it. 15, 16, 17. So this is 18 and this is 19. So what I did was the next page I cut right in half. And I can't remember if I got that on a video or not. So you may see me cutting it in half and then you may hear me talking about it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the first half of it, I just glued the paper on. I glued this side on first, and I got it where I wanted it, held it, flipped it over, and just drew a line, flipped it back over, picked it up, and just put the glue this side of the line, and then I glued it down, and then I glued this one to it. But you're going to see me do it here. And this, get a little piece here. This is a pocket. And this is not a pocket, but it's a magnet, so it'll hold it in there. All right, so super cool. Now I've been trying to go through and pull papers that I haven't really used. So this one, oh, and I incorporated this again, where I had it. Whoops, I had it here. Okay. But I wanted to make sure I had it in a couple of spots throughout, just like the little, whatever you call these things, these little hexagons. I've got them on the first page, and where else did I put them? Where else did I put them? Got them on the first page. Oh yeah, I've got them in here. So I've got them here. Do you see that? Yeah. So I've got them here. Okay, so you know, that keeps, you want to keep it recurring. I think so far this is my favorite page. I just love that. Anyway, so I brought that back in, and I'm going to do this one exactly the same as this one, except it will be from here up instead of from this side of it down. Anyway, and this is another sheet. This has not been used. This one I hadn't used. So, or what was I going to say where that one was used? Let's see. Yeah, I used it here, and I think that was it. I think that was all I had used it. Yeah, because it's not in here, was it? So soon I forget. No. Oh, yeah, it was right there. And I thought that was kind of nice, the way that was right there. So I do remember thinking that. Anyway, this one I haven't used at all. This side of it. This is the opposite side of it. And at first I thought, ooh, I don't know that I want to use a big pattern like that on such a little thing. But when I said, well, let me cut it out and just see what I think. When I got this big part of it here and then I got the words, I was like, you know, I really like that. I don't think I could have planned it any better. So I really like that. And then I liked, sorry, hi. I'm trying to get it smaller because it looked like, I mean closer to me, because it looked like I was so far away you couldn't really see what I was doing when I was watching one of the videos. So, but now I'm realizing that maybe I've got you a little too close. But this big pattern here, I was really happy to get that. And then, you know, with the words on this side, I think it worked really well. But like I was saying, having a big pattern on such a little thing can be tricky, so you have to watch out doing that. And then here is just for journaling space, and you'll get your full picture on here. That's what this whole album has been constantly about. Gosh darn it, what did I do? Sorry, my mouth. Me and my really bad cuss words. So you see, 4x6 picture, no cutting down. And I also think I might get a mat in here. We'll see. We'll see. But that's, you know, this whole thing is about every one of these being able to get a 4x6 picture in. And you'll be able to get a 4x6 picture in there because it goes all the way down to the bottom. All right? Okay. But having said all that, this page has not been used. I did use this side back here somewhere. Right here. At first I didn't think I was going to like that pattern, but I like it with this combo. But here, we're going to use it again. I'm going to use the green on the front side of it so that they'll have the big green and the little green, okay? So the front part is just going to be one solid surface like this is. It will get a little decoration with the number on it. Sorry, my camera's moving here. There. So that's what you'll see. I'm doing all this pre-planning. So that's what you'll see. And then when you flip it over, it'll go up to about here, but that's what you'll see. And then when we flip this half a sheet over, we're going to have this. Okay. Let's see, did I want to do it that way, or did I want to do, if I put the flip here, I could, if I put the flip here, down here, then it would work more like a, you know, like a holder this way versus this way, and then you'd have the two of them together, because this would then create no more thickness, because these are just, remember this is one page, so there's really not anything in between. So I would have one lip here, this piece. I'd have one up here. This is probably going to go up to about there. So that would be empty space, and that would fit right there. And then this empty space could have the flip in it. Huh. I don't know. I think that's a, this is at its most depth is 1.5. And I believe, yeah, see, and it's 2 inches. Huh. Might be interesting to put it there. And then it'll be opposite there. And then this will just be a flat page like this is. But now remember, there's going to be embellishments put on it, but it will just be a flat page. That sounds good, doesn't it? Sorry, moving it up. That sounds good though. I think I like that. And I am going to have to move this camera back just a little bit because, wait a minute. I see one of my problems. Sorry guys if I'm going to get you sick here, because I'm working almost in my lap. Okay, that's why I kept knocking the... Okay, now... If I have this just at the bottom in the shape and the green showing here, so it would be about a ½ inch of the green showing. I don't know that I like that. Don't think I like that. I don't mind this. Well, and I don't know that I like that either, because that will basically go right about there when you've got it, when you've got the page closed that way. I have been trying to use this and I just can't seem to find a use for it. Okay, well, let me see now. Do I have anything pre-cut that I can use? Let's see. That would be in that shape with, of course it would be just like this one with the black edging, and that would definitely, or do I want to do a little red? I don't know if I like that. Let's see. I don't know that I like that either. Well, now, I could do this, which would be a little brown, or I do have some of the brown. Kind of bring that, I don't know. Huh. Okay, so how I was stuck on this, like this, but instead I'm going to do this and have this. So I'm still going to get the dots. I got a little bit of red, and I get to use this. And it'll look good being like this. And then I will just embellish with some green up here, so it'll drag that in, but yet I'm still going to have this. Okay? So we're good there. Now what we need to figure out, because then this will flip over. Of course, all you won't really see anything. You're going to see that. And so now we need something that goes from here to about there. So you're not going to see this piece. I'm just showing you with about how much you're needing to get, because it's 6½ inches. So right about there. Okay, so obviously I'm going to want something that's going to look nice with that, but it's not going to be a huge thing. So let's see. We've got this. Too busy. Too much writing, too much writing. The green's not bad, but yeah, I could totally use the green there. Yeah, and this really hasn't been used either. So let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I have plans on this paper for this this whole spread on the last page, this page, and this page. I've been kind of hoarding this. I've got And how I did that instead of using the same one, I have no clue, because I would have just cut another section right off of that. Duh. Anyway, I've been hoarding this because I want it for here. And yeah, see, this is, I just have to be careful because I want to make sure that I've got enough to do this. And as long as I have one of these, I should be able to work it out, but I guess I need to save that. But this is going to just use this. I think this, yeah, I'm just going to be using this. So I'll still have all this. Going to be fine. Alright, so we got that. Alrighty then. So now that we've made our choices, you're going to need, if you like, oh, this I need. If you like measurements, you're going to need your, let's see, we're putting the pocket on this side. So this side is going to need 4 7/8 by 6 1/4. Okay? However, what I've been doing, you know, is, let's see, I think what I'm going to do just for, let's see, I don't know, let me see if I can do it this way and see well enough. There. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to cut it straight down right where it's cut, and I think we're going to be fine. But, what was that? 4 7/8 by 6 1/2. You need one of those, and it's the one sheet that's going to be on the back side. Okay, let me get my cutter. And I believe we will find that this is, yes, 4 7/8. Yeah, so that is what this is cut on. There we go. There we go. Now I have that for that last page. Okay. And it needs to be 6 1/2. Gotta open this up. And okay. Let's see. Oh, let me cut this off first. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain freeze. Cut this bottom piece off. Whoops. But I'm going to save it. And now, see which this looks better. So we'll cut this off. 6 1/2. And I'm doing this correctly, am I not? I am, yes. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go on the back side. But this way. Sorry. There we go. So that's going to be on that side. And then I'll be able to bring some red down here. Okay? Now on the front side, we need, and this is going to be 5 7/8 by 7 inches. Okay, and I want the pattern going this way. So 5 7/8 this way, 7 this way. So let's cut the 7 first. See what's on the back. Nothing that matters that which way it gets cut. Okay, so there's some. Okay, that's 7, and then this is 5 7/8. And I'm actually, because of what we're doing this with, I'm going to take it off the 7/8 about 1/16 of an inch. Just going to back it off, just so it's kind of off the line. Just completely off the line, but off the line. Okay, it's 5 7/8 off a light 7/8. I don't know how to explain it to you, but okay. Now, put the cutter away for this moment anyway. Get it off of the table. Okay. Now, we're going to use our scoreboard, and we're going to do a 1/2 inch. And you want the pattern that you're going to use facing up. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch on 3 sides. 2 on the long sides and 1 on the short side. And once you score, things are kind of normally not going to lay down flat so that you get it into where all the nooks and crannies where you need it to be, up against here or over here, so that you you know, get a good score mark. Now, one thing I need for you to do, actually before you do that last score mark, let's take this and cut it right to the point of the 2, where the 2 score marks meet, and then cut that off. And fold that score line down. Now take this and line it up right against the paper. There we go. And then make a mark where the line ends, because that is where you want your score mark. Okay, actually I need to do it on this side because this is the side I want the score mark on. Yeah, right there. Okay, so I'm actually made it too small. And this is just going to help push that indented area back in where you can't hardly see it, okay? And I'm going to now put this on the scoreboard, and I'm going to slide it over until my little mark is not in the center, but just off center to the right. So is that correct? No, because I'm doing it because it needs to be, yeah, you know what, for ease purposes, let's put it in the center. Put your little mark in the center between 2 of these little niches, so that you're making the score mark right on the center. Okay. And let's do a cut. There we go. Now make sure you're getting it. Of course, you probably, hopefully you didn't already score it. But I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get it scored on the second score line. And I'm not scoring it really hard because I want to check it first. So it's just kind of bent over. And it is perfect. Okay. So let's kind of give it a nice burnish down. It's perfect. Yay! Okay. You will get a feel for your scoreboard, how you make your marks. If you continue to do this in the same way, you will get better and better at it. But like I took a 1/2 inch off of both sides, even though this was exactly 1 inch bigger than this piece. This was, this was 4 7/8 and I cut it at 5 7/8. And taking a 1/2 off of each one of these made this too small. So go figure. Go figure, you know? Anyway, so we're gonna get these all burnished down. And then that is gonna be our 2 pieces that we're gonna need. I'm going to put some double-sided tape. Now, if you don't have double-sided tape, don't worry about it. You will just use your glue. You'll just have to hold it. And, you know, and there's no problem with that. Because you're going to start and stop this video so you can do it in your own time. And you get to listen to me over and over and over again. Alright, and we're going to burnish down so that it's easier to get the backing off. Okay, and I'm going to take and I'm going to just trim these. Okay, now, next. We've got those 2 pieces, but now we need to make this piece. Okay, so we've got this that I'm going to make that with. And that back. Let's see, I have a piece of the black. This will work. And I think I cut this at 2 inches to begin with, just to give me something to start with. So, but what I did, now where's my plate? Here we go. So what I did was, I put the black and the colored paper, the designer paper, together so that it was even across here, okay? And I took little bits of tape. Oops, well that's not how I wanted to have that happen. I took little bits of tape and taped it so it wouldn't move. There we go. That was getting pretty non-sticky, so I've used it quite a few times. Now when you get washi tape, especially if you're going to tape it on your pattern paper that you're going to use, you want to make sure that you're taking some of the sticky off. Even washi tape, when you're pulling it up, can totally, see, I want to make sure, yeah, can totally tear your paper. Now, I've got the black paper all the way to here, and I'm just going to, you're not going to anywhere near use all of this, but I'm just showing you how I did it. You want to evenly place this top curve to the edge of your paper, you know, whatever space you want there, your point at the edge of your paper, and then the same distance from this curve to the top of the paper as on this side. All right, and then you're going to put some washi tape down. And I like to put it on both sides because when the machine starts it here, it may move, it may shift this side. So I like to start it here and tape it on this side. Does that make sense? Am I in? Oh, for heaven's sakes, wasn't even in. I gotta stop moving my camera around. Okay, so I have these two curves have to be the same distance on this side and this side from the edge of the paper. And you put this at the edge of the paper, okay? So then I've taped this side down, but when the machine starts to go over, it will move this around. Could. Doesn't necessarily always happen, but it could. So I like to tape both sides down. So here we go. And I'm gonna run it through. Sorry, I don't move, I have a Vagabond and I don't move it. And because I'm going through 2 sheets of paper, I run it through and then I bring it back. Just to make sure that I'm getting good cutting. Put this away. I love my Vagabond in case anybody's going to ask me. I wish that they would offer the Vagabond in an 8.5 size because of the books, mini albums and journals that I do. I would love to have the ability to run paper through. I would absolutely love that ability. So, but I don't. So, you know, I would love to, I'm sorry, use that 8.5 by 11. Yeah, those folders. Holy Hannah. Whatever you call those darn things. Oh my Lord. Problems with my verbiage. Embossing folders. I would love to have an 8.5 by 11, do a whole sheet, and then be able to put it around this, you know, emboss all kinds of things and do that. Oh, that would be wonderful. And then I dumped all of my stuff out here. There we go. Okay. I'm getting some good little pieces that I'm going to be able to do that hexagon for that, what was that, page 14 I think it was. So pretty soon we'll be going back and finishing that up. Okay, and I'm going to cut straight across from the end of my paper to that. Now we're not going to use all the way across here, and then I'm just going to kind of give this a cut down because again this is all not going to get used. And then here, let me get this tape off the part that I'm going to be using. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that here. And then do the same thing, just cut it straight down. Okay. So that is how you cut that. And then you just cut whatever length you need on this side. So these are going to be matching. I'm going to take from this point, the measurement is 1 3/8 ish. It's actually in between 1 1/4 and 1 3/8. It's not quite 1 3/8, so it's 1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixteenths. It's 1 5/16. Okay. So, that's what size this is going to be. Where's my cutter? Oh yeah, right here. This can go back up. My little. So I want, and if you need help knowing where you're at, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixteenths. So I'm going to put my ruler right there, and I'm going to line, actually let's do it this way, so that there's more on this. I cut that side, which of course you know because I cut that side it's not straight. This side is straight. And actually right to the edge of this right here, just past that point is going to be exactly where I need it. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 sixteenths is just past that point. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. There we go. And then we're going to glue it down. Let me put all of this stuff. Put all of this stuff here. And I'm just going to set this over there because I'm going to need it again. We're going to glue this down so that's right where we like it to be, even on both sides. Make sure I'm on in the, oh, something I keep forgetting. Let me edge all of this while I'm at it. See, this is quite involved, so I needed to make sure. Okay, and then I'm also going to, no, I'm not. Let's get, this. Okay, let's mark this. I'm going to put, this is the outside, okay, this is what I'm going to have on the outside. And I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to get it lined up just the way I want it. And I'm going to draw a line. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line so that I know that that is where the end of this paper is. Then I'm going to add 1/8 of an inch because that is pretty much what my black space is all the way around. And then I'm going to add 1/2 an inch to that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut that part out. Oops, I keep banging that. I'm so sorry. Now, I'm going to put it this way. And I've got, let's see, which one? No, that's the one I cut out. So we're going to put it this way. There's your 1/8 of an inch. Let's see. So I'm going to add 1/8 of an inch. I'm just eyeballing it because this isn't really, you know, horrible. And then I'm going to add 1/2 an inch. And then I'm going to cut it there. Oh. There we go. Okay. Now that will get me close to where I want it. Yeah, I'm still going to need this. I'm going to take get that back over here or I'll lose it. That back over there. Shut this. Okay, get myself a little situated here. Now I'm going to, this is my line where the paper is going to end, and then I want 1/8 of an inch, and this basically is running right to this notch. So I'm going to go to the notch next to it, and actually I'm going to flip this over. No, honestly can't. So I'm going to do it this way. I don't normally do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way, and I'm just going to give myself a very beginnings of a notch, okay? Because this is the top side, and I want to, you know, score it there. So I'm going to slide this where the notch is going to fit, but make sure I'm nice and straight. And that's right in the center of that one. And I'm going to put my notch in there and find my paper. There it is. And I'm using this side. And that is going to give me a nice border all the way around. Okay, so now what I want to do is get this folded over, and I'm going to center it on this side. And I'm using these little notches to see where I'm landing on my piece. Although I've noticed that they're not exactly the same, but as long as it visually looks right. There we go. All right. So there's that. And basically for this one, I'm not getting all that fancy. I'm just gonna right like that. Now, I'm gonna have to do it this way. There we go. You just want to make sure you're not cutting off anything crazy, you know. Okay, so now you've got that. Let's see. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to go right here. But it's the same width as this side of the paper, so it's not going to fit inside each one of these. So we're going to take, just like you do anything else, and lightly miter the edges. And now this will fit right down on the paper, but you want to test and make sure that you're going to get it straight, that you're going to get it back there, and that it looks nice. Okay? But before you glue it down, we need to get this set. So we're going to do this. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to make my lines right where this is, and you want the pencil to be able to get right up to the edge. And now I'm going to go in 1/8 of an inch from this line and cut, and 1/8 of an inch in from this line and cut, and then we'll be good to go. let's see how we did. Very nice. Oh, you do such good work. So now let's make sure we've got the edges finished up here, because I didn't do all of them because I hadn't cut it yet. Okay, so there's that. Let's get this done. I'm not looking for a lot of stuff to come off the edge, but I do want it to look like all of the other stuff, which has got the black edging. Okay, and I've already clipped these, but make sure you're getting that black so it doesn't, you know, show through. Okay, and then we need this one.